Oh, hey guys. Anyhow, yeah, let's get right into the video here. This video is entertainment, education purposes only. Any and everything I say could be wrong. Do your own research and come to your own conclusions. I watched about 20 minutes of the first 20 minutes of the Jim Rizzoli's video this morning, and okay, so, and that's what the subject of this video is going to be. When Jim and Diane were talking, they're just talking about stuff, and they were talking about, like, if you know, like, there's all these whatever alleged issues going on in this country, and you can go down the laundry list. It's fucking, you know, if you've tried to go down the laundry list of all the issues with the United States of America, it's pretty much endless almost, you know. Anyways, if even like 3% or something of the population resisted through civil disobedience, it could potentially affect change on these different grievances, this long laundry list of grievances about shit going on in the U.S. If people, you know, resisted through civil disobedience, then a lot of this stuff could potentially, you know, change. And then Jim talked about, like, how, you know, he does in his own way, like his channel is one example, like, where, you know, and I was like, wow, that was a really good point, because I realized, you know, because it's been a long time, I don't really think about my channel. I just do it without really thinking. Because, you know, this channel is just for me to talk, speak my mind, since, you know, I really can't, you know. You know what I mean? And I just realized, like, that's the point of this channel. Like, for me, this is civil disobedience. This is my way of, yeah, civil disobedience. Okay, so, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with civil disobedience. You know, I mean, I think, like, going out and fucking on a rampage and going crazy and shit is wrong. You know, harming other people, that's not the way to get shit done. You know, and so I just use this channel for civil disobedience, and but, you know, I mean, my focus is different than a lot of people's, and you know, I understand that to a degree. Like what I talk about is not really something people talk about, you know, and that's okay, you know, whatever. I think it's important. It's kind of like when I was talking about dendrology. Dendrology. If you know what dendrology is, you know, to a dendrologist, dendrology is important, right? Like, but to, you know, your average person, dendrology probably isn't really that important. Jewish space lasers are important, or something. Dendrology is not a popular subject that you have like a trending popular channel, you know, that's, you know, going over the different, you know, whatever stuff about dendrology. Like it's not popular, dendrology, okay? But to a dendrologist, dendrology is important. And if you were to, like, actually think about dendrology and what dendrology is, it wouldn't be that difficult to like at least understand how dendrology could be like important. It is important, and the level of importance could vary depending on what one knows about dendrology. Like if a dendrologist discovered a cure for cancer, well, dendrology would be pretty important, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say, right? But people that don't know anything about dendrology, like they could care less because they don't even know what the word dendrology even means. So they could care less, right? Even though the dendrologist has discovered the cure to cancer, like who cares about dendrology? So fuck off, Like I want to hear about Jewish space lasers. I don't give a fuck about dendrology. Like fuck you, right? You see what I'm saying? But you see how like dendrology could be really important, but because it's not popular and trendy, it doesn't matter how important dendrology is. It's not popular. Like I keep talking about that the truth isn't popular, So just as the dendrologist has their kind of, niche, or, I have mine. And mine just happens to be as unpopular as dendrology. But yeah, no, like, but I mean, yeah, if you know what dendrology is, I mean, who knows what kind of discoveries a dendrologist could come across in their study and field, I mean, the possibilities are practically endless. But what would be the chances if a dendrologist discovered the cure to cancer? What would be the chances of that information getting out to the people? If all the people care about is what's going on in Israel and Palestine, nobody's going to pay any attention at all. They're going to get outraged. How dare you talk about andrology? There's a genocide going on in a galaxy far, far away. There's babies' body parts flying everywhere, and you're talking about dendrology? Nobody cares. Nobody even gives a fuck about your dendrology bullshit. Fuck off, And that's just the way it would be. And who knows how much information has slipped through the cracks, because all anybody cares about is the baby's body parts that are flying all over the place in Palestine and Israel and that genocide in a galaxy far away. Who knows how much important information has slipped through the cracks and just gone completely unnoticed because, well, baby's body parts. We need to save the children in Palestine. Shit like this, though. Yeah. So I talk about what I talk about. But yeah, no, like this is what I do is civil disobedience, And it's not, people can do, I'll tell you, okay, I know you guys all hate the Bible. You guys all foam at the mouth and you just hate it, right? I'm telling you, whether it's myth or it's actually true, the Jesus part of the Bible, whether it's allegory or it's actual literal truth, either way, Jesus was the, he is the quintessential rebel. And the most rebellious act that probably, one of the most top three, probably in my prideful opinion, one of the top three most rebellious acts that Jesus uh, that Jesus um, suggests, okay, is sell all of your belongings and distribute to the poor. Like, what more rebellious thing is there than that? That's civil disobedience that would actually make a difference. Well, angry hobo, how would that do anything? Angry hobo, so stupid, angry hobo. Ho, ho, ho. Okay. So the internet is this retarded place where everybody talks about all this retarded conspiracy theory fucking garbage, right? And one of the great centerpieces of conspiracy theory garbage on the internet is that, man, if everybody just stopped using the money system for one 24-hour period, it would take down the whole Illuminati, Freemasonic, Jewish space laser system would all just come crumbling down. If everybody just stopped using the money system for one 24-hour period. Oh, really? Well, if it would be that easy, which I'm not suggesting one way or another, what I'm saying is, well, then the people are pretty fucking stupid, because that seems like a pretty easy thing to do. If everybody just stopped using the money system for one 24-hour period, and that's all it would take to bring the entire Freemasonic, Illuminati, fucking Jewish space laser system, Death Star down, that's all it would take? Well, then the people are fucking, they're stupid. And the people have brought it upon themselves because they're too fucking greedy for money to care to bring down the elite Freemasonic, Illuminati, Jewish space laser fucking system. They're all too greedy. Because all it would take is 24 hours of not using the money system. Dude, I lived on the street for 10 fucking years eating out of dumpsters. And you people can't come together as a whole and just not use the money system for one 24-hour period? If that's all it would take to remove the problem, the main problem in all you people's lives, is to just not use money for 24 hours. Dude, there are fucking hundreds of thousands of homeless people that go without money for long periods of time. And you all hate them. But yeah, no, like, sell all your belongings and distribute to the poor is probably the most effective form of civil disobedience that would throw a fucking wrench in this system. Like, if people just said, why should I do any of this stuff that society is telling me? Like, why? I mean, is it going to be really harmful to everyone else that I just refuse to do it? If I just am like, nah, I don't really feel like it. I don't really care, Well, why should I care, Why should I do what, you've got all kinds of people in history who have explained how everything that you do in society, it does nothing for you. All it does is feed the rich and bury the poor. This whole system is designed to feed the rich and bury the poor. And all you people just do it, and that's fine. Do whatever you want. But like, if I look at the Bible and Jesus is saying sell all your belongings and distribute to the poor, there's a reason that he's saying that. Similar to the idea of, well, if everybody just stopped using the money system for 24 hours, it would bring the entire Freemasonic, Jewish space laser Illuminati system crumbling to its knees overnight. Maybe that's why Jesus says, sell all your belongings and distribute to the poor. Take up your cross, man. Do something. What are you doing? You're just a bunch of busybodies that pull levers and push buttons? Well, who cares? Like, what is that doing for anybody? What is it? But anyways, so in my opinion, the Bible is just right in so many ways, but that's just me. I don't care what you believe or don't believe. It doesn't offend me that you hate you hate the Bible. That doesn't offend me at all. Like look at all this stupid shit that people do all the time. I mean, we as a whole have become so desensitized to, idiocracy. Idiocracy has become so normalized that it doesn't even affect anyone. Everyone's, oh yeah, there's another butt fuckers. You guys want to stop at butt fuckers? Like it's everywhere. What are you talking about? And civil disobedience. I don't see anything wrong with that. As long as it's not harming people, you know. It's kind of like, I have, what's that? Seth Tabachman illustration. It's a meme, a Seth Tabachman meme. And it says, the government does not care. We, the people, must help each other. But you really think that the people are, see, that's another thing. All these people that are screaming about how the government doesn't care for you. You're stupid. But see, the solution is, we, the people, must help each other. None of these people that are screaming with all this outrage of how the government doesn't care, none of these people are willing to help anybody. They don't care. They don't care any more about you or me than the government does. But then they're the ones that are going to teach you and I that the government doesn't care. Trump's just a poopy poo-poo. But what's the solution? Well, it's obvious. The solution has been around like long before you and I. And that's the solution. This is that we, the people, must help each other. But do you see, you think that all these people that are screaming with all this rage about how the government is so evil and Trump is so evil, do you think any of these people are out doing anything to help others in their community? I guarantee you with almost 100% certainty that the majority of all these people screaming of how the government doesn't care, they're not out helping anybody except for themselves. So they're just as guilty as the government. They don't care for you or me or anybody any more than the government does. The solution is we, the people, must help each other. Nobody's doing that, and nobody's going to. And that is civil disobedience, helping others because the government doesn't care. We, the people, must help each other. That is civil disobedience, is helping each other. And they don't want you or me doing that. That's why you see online all these people that are just full of hate. They're so full of hate that they can't even fathom any solution, let alone that the solution is to help each other. We, the people, must help each other. See, the people in power, they don't want you helping each other. And you're all so fucking stupid that you go right along with it. You don't help anybody. All you do is foam at the mouth and scream with rage and hate, But if you don't help anybody, how are you any different than the government? You're not. If all you care about is yourself and fuck everybody else, fuck those homeless people, you're just like the government. And that's what they brainwash you. That's what they want you thinking is fuck everybody, man. Fuck everybody. I'm just going to get mine and fuck everybody else. When the solution is we, the people, must help each other. How many of these people that are screaming about Trump and how the government's evil and the government's not coming to save you, how many of those people are actually helping others in need, like those in need around them? How about almost this many? Just above or under this many, But then they're all coming out as though they're some guru with their big channels. What are they doing? Nothing. They're just complaining. They're all full of hate and complaining. None of them are offering up any solution. And the only solution is that we, the people, must help each other. And that doesn't mean cherry pick. Well, I don't like homeless people, so I'm not going to help them. Well, you can't help people based on your prejudice. You know what I mean? Like, it'll never work. You know, like if I see somebody that I've never met in my life and I know absolutely nothing about, and I show no mercy to that person because in my mind I just that's rationalizing. That's cope. That's copium. I've never met this person in my life, but I don't like homeless people. So when I see them, I'm just like, no, I'm not going to help that person. I already know that all homeless are just a bunch of lazy blah. Well, isn't that what mainstream media? See, this is what I'm saying. Like, people are just totally retarded. They're just retarded. It's idiocracy, dude. Idiocracy was not a prediction of the future. Idiocracy was like basically telling you what's going on here and now and has been all this time. And everybody's like, oh, well, idiocracy is a prediction of the future. But anyways, yeah, no, my channel is just civil disobedience. You know, that's all it is. Because I don't agree with the society. I don't agree with society at all. Neither did Martin Luther King. Neither did Nelson Mandela. Neither did Gandhi. Neither did, like, all these people that we were taught as children are great people, like Martin Luther King, Gandhi. Like, none of them agreed with society. And their lives were dedicated to civil disobedience. Well, I wonder why. You know, and so, but it's okay that Martin Luther King practiced civil disobedience, and it's okay, like Nelson Mandela practiced civil disobedience, and it's okay that Gandhi practices civil disobedience. But and they're great. They're put on pedestals. These are the Kennedy, another one. These are all the great people that we were taught. They're the great ones that we are to worship and at the altar and stuff. But if we try to emulate what they did, naughty, you know, naughty boy, what's wrong with you, you know? And it's like, okay, well, whatever. Again, another reason to not really pay attention to society when society is clutching its pearls and shaking its finger, naughty. How dare you, you know, practice civil disobedience in the in the vein of like Martin Luther King and Gandhi and Kennedy and Nelson Mandela. How dare you? You know. But then that same society is just like regards all these people. Oh, Martin Luther King was such a great person. Martin Luther King Day is coming up tomorrow, you guys. Everybody, hey. Oh, Gandhi was a great man, you know. Yeah, whatever, dude. Anyways, enough ranting. That's just my rambling rant for today.